welcome back to tonight's video. We are doing an update on Polestar. Got some new details for the 2024 model. So we had a video come out this morning on Polestar's YouTube channel. So that's what I'm playing right here, and basically just going over some of these specs that are basically coming out. It's like a 30-second video, so not much to offer there, but I do have an article and we'll kind of go through some of those new features and specs and stuff like that. I'm very impressed with some of the stuff that they're coming out with. Kind of makes the 2023 model those that ordered a 2023 model kind of regret doing it and just instead waiting for the 2024. But let's quickly look at the price for today. If you guys don't mind, just hit the like button for your boy. Appreciate that. And hope you guys find value in today's video. Let me make sure we're actually live. Yeah, it's working. Okay, awesome. So what we've got today, pretty down day. The SPY and everything else was pretty choppy for the most part, really up and down, no clear direction today. But this, wow, what is this? It's up 1.5. I don't think that's real. I think that's just a little volume going. We'll take a look at the chart because you can see most of the day we sold off. So I want to show you guys some levels to look out for in the coming weeks, and then we'll kind of go and I'll tell you guys where I'm looking to add some more shares as well. So let's look at that 2024 model, some of the new things coming out. And yes, this is actually in kilometers, but I can actually convert that to miles. Polestar can now do 635 kilometers. If you do the math, quick math here, they are upgrading their model to about 395 miles per charge. That is impressive for the 2024 model. I think just breaking the 300 mark, I mean, that's just like psychologically something bullish in my opinion, but let me know your thoughts. So yeah, this is just from a glance. You can see not much has changed, which is good. You'll see the subtle changes. We've kind of talked about some of this in one of the other videos where a Polestar was spotted being test driven, but it wasn't really confirmed. Very small stuff changing. I think the wheels, you guys are pretty much used to those. The main thing is this grille. They removed the grille and they've got this smart zone, which is going to be coming out in the new model, the P3, P4, but they're actually integrating it into the P2 as well. So everything else is going to be under the interior, which I think is good. If the current design is nice, you know, some auto manufacturers like to do like a facelift and they'll just kind of ruin a whole entire design of a car. But what Polestar is doing is they're keeping the design that works. Its simplicity is simple, but they're still going to do like a quotation facelift. But in terms of facelift, they're actually going to just do like upgrades to the actual battery. They're doing the smart zone thing. They're doing little things, the range. So let me go into some of this stuff. Oh, one of the biggest things is going to be switching to rear wheel drive. So if you guys don't know, the Polestar is currently front wheel drive. I believe all wheel drive. They'll still have the capability to do all wheel drive, but the cheaper version is going to be rear wheel drive. So basically the motors are going to be pushing the car instead of pulling the car. Because think about it, if the motors are in the front, they're pulling the rest of the car forward. But if you have the motors in the back, then they're pushing the vehicle forward. So and then people of course can now start to drift. So a lot of people like to drift with rear wheel drive cars. So now Polestar is eligible for that if you like to do that stuff. But main thing, like I said, they're going to be changing batteries in some electric motors to be able to do that in rear wheel drive. And they really got the idea, I think, from Volvo. I think they're doing this. So yeah, Polestar's mirroring the recent updates to the Volvo XC40 and the C40 Recharge. This has like been a long time since anybody's done a conversion from front wheel drive to rear wheel drive. So we'll see how it comes out. But deliveries aren't expected for this till I believe July of this year or September 2023. So the later half part of the year. So the good things about this is going to be, obviously the motor is going to be rear wheel drive, but they're also adding some improvements or something, because now they're doing like 299 horsepower kilowatts, and then they're also upping the torque. So this is like bringing down the 0 to 60 from like I think 6.2 to like 5.9. It's almost a whole second or something. I know the dual motor one, yeah, the dual motor version is gonna do about 4.5 seconds, 0 to 60 or 0 to 100 per hour in 4.5 seconds. That's super fast, I think. And then you'll get some of the stats here. So full all-wheel drive is gonna get power for 412 horsepower. And then for the rear wheel drive or the dual motor version, you'll get 4.5 seconds, about the same. But yeah, I think that's dope. If you need more power, obviously you got the performance pack. You'll have these other little things, and that's 4.2 seconds. So not too much difference between these, but you can definitely upgrade as well. Where is the thing? This is a really cool thing here. So changing from front to rear wheel drive in the single motor variant and recalibrating the torque ratio in the dual motor variant for an increased rear wheel drive feel elevates the P2 driving experience to a whole new level. And that's the guy from the head of Polestar development. The updated P2 is an even more playful, agile, retaining its compactness, complete sense of control. While the same thing becoming more mature with added effort. So Gustavo says the facelift looks gross and the wait time December 23. Bruh. Yeah, I think the wait time is, I don't mind I think it's just getting used to the grill, and the wheels are actually growing on me, not gonna lie to you. The wheels are growing on me. The grill is not growing on me just yet, but I think that'll kind of do it the same. Everything else I think is pretty much, I think the bumper actually got like simpler too. Let me, I might have to get off script and just look up Polestar facelift just to show you guys if we can get images comparing the facelift. I'm pretty sure the bumper is a little bit slimmer or something like that. But yeah, the bumper, the only thing I don't really like is the smart zone thing. I'm gonna be honest. But the reason they got rid of the grill is because you don't really need the grill, and so they're adding all these sensors and stuff to help. So I'll go into the sensor stuff in just a bit, but it's gonna be beneficial. It's gonna be like a thing, like a safety thing, and it's also gonna help like be incentive for like buying a Polestar over some of the other models or some of the other manufacturers. But yeah, the wheels are starting to grow on me. I didn't really like them at first, but they don't look that bad, at least not on the black model. But those are just my thoughts, of course. So the P2 has changed. Out goes the grill, which gave the model a distinct Volvo. That's another thing, yes. So without the grill, now we can start distinguishing ourselves from the Volvo brand and really start becoming our own, like, our own manufacturing company, our own auto car factory company. Okay, it comes with the so replacing the Volvo relationship. I mean, it's still gonna be there, but just the distinction between a Volvo and a Polestar is gonna be gone, and then they're adding technology to it. And I don't think they're adding too much of a price tag to some of these models. It's just gonna be part of the new P2. And obviously they're gonna start using this technology in the Polestar 3. So they might as well just start backporting this stuff into the Polestar 2. So I don't know. I kind of like it. Here's some of the stuff that comes with it. It's like a blind spot. It's a BLIS information system with the steering support, cross traffic alert with brake support, rear collision warning and mitigation, along with 360 surround camera and automatic dimming exterior windows. You'll still get the wireless phone charger is as standard now, and then also the 20 forged wheels comes with the performance pack, I believe. Yeah, but you'll still get like the panoramic roof, all these other things. It's just replacing the grill and giving you guys these new 2024 technology that's coming out with Polestar 3. I don't know, I like it. It's like lose a little bit of the aesthetic and get some cool technology. So that's basically what I'm thinking there. Typically, okay, here's a great. Typically in the car industry, a facelift introduces superficial visual changes that often destroys the original intent of the car's design theme. With the new model year P2, we rather went below surface and upgraded substantial tech and mechanical components of the electric drivetrain. That is the best Polestar 2 yet. And with the upgraded front design, kind of iffy on it, and the new smart zone, the best looking one too, said Polestar CEO Thomas. So yeah, just kind of saying what I was thinking too about really just going underneath the hood and upgrading battery, motors and everything, rather than like maybe completely destroying the design. So I don't know. Pretty sure it is the P3 wheels. Are these the P3 wheels? I didn't know those were the P3 wheels. I thought the P3 wheels were different. P3 wheels are different, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, I didn't really like them at first, honestly. I think the P3 wheels are different. Yeah, they're different, a little bit different. So, yeah, these are like more of a spokey, which I think something like this comes in the P2. I don't know. How do you guys think the new facelift will look? I know you don't like it, Gustav. I gave you guys the numbers, so I mean the mileage range is just gonna be impressive. Like just getting in the 300 digits, high 300 digits. I mean that's what you want. Technology is obviously advancing, so now they can start pushing this back to Polestar 2, and then now it also kind of reassures that the Polestar 3 will have really good technology, right? If they're able to get the P2 up to 390, then this is also kind of reassuring that the work being done on the Polestar 3 is like concrete, like it's actually there. It's not just like it just says that they'll be able to deliver on the Polestar 3, hopefully, in my opinion. One thing I wanted to do from this article is talk about the Australian market, and so just kind of highlight a few things here. Where was it? More of a range. Okay, Polestar has announced that single motor variants of P2 lift will shift to a rear wheel drive and receive more power and more range as part of the mainstream 2024 model update. Although official specifications are not yet to be confirmed in our market, the changes are largely expected to carry over to Australia when the updated Polestar 2 arrives locally in third quarter of this year, July through September of this year. So that's the thing I wanted to highlight. And then obviously I've told you guys some of the numbers. You guys could kind of look into them on your free time, but the main thing is the battery range, the rear wheel drive. And then I want to highlight on increasing prices likely for Australia. So while we don't know for sure, Polestar will go up in price, Australia is more certain to happen. And changes made in the UK kind of give that good indication that local buyers are going to increase or expect a price increase. So prices in UK have gone up from like 4.7 to about 6.86%. At least that's what's been observed in the UK market. So prices are on the Polestar 2, they are going up. But I think that's kind of expected right now, which is kind of the opposite of what Tesla's doing. So I don't really understand the marketing, but I mean, I guess they gotta be able to get some profit for some of these components and features that they're pulling out. But yeah, definitely be on the lookout for some of the price increases. Here's a nice breakdown of stuff. If the prices increases are adopted to Australia's local lineup, then the Polestar single standard range will increase from about 64,000 to about 66.5. So that's about a 4% applied to it. And then increase of 5.38 to the single motor long range variant could bump it from 68.4 to about 72. And then the dual motor would be about 6.86% from 73 to 78. So about a 5,000 jump. That's a lot higher. And honestly, I don't remember the tax credits and stuff, so I don't know if this like qualifies them for them or it still doesn't get them qualified. But yeah, Polestar confirmed that the local pricing will be released in the second quarter of this year, at which point buyers will be able to place an order for the new stock, and which is set to arrive between July and September. Okay, looks amazing still, but I expected some price cuts. Yeah, I agree. In the doubt that they can agree. Yeah, and we're just going through the price things. It looks like Australia has been, UK has been raising the prices. And so if it does go into Australia, then they'll probably raise the prices. It'll just come with a bigger price tag. Hope they can ramp up the production because wait time for 1 year is too long. That's facts. What's the wait time on a Polestar right now? Is it a year? That's a long time, honestly. So the only other thing I wanted to point out is the features, but I kind of browsed through those already, and that's down here at the bottom here. So next year's P2 will be quite a bit smarter than its predecessor, thanks to the tech first shown. So they did like a show today, I believe, and they showed off the P3, the Smart Eye, I believe. I couldn't find a video on it, but I think if I dig deeper, I could find it. But yeah, I guess just some of the stuff: improved mid-range radar array and front-facing camera. Number of ADAS systems will also come standard for the pilot pack, which has the 360 camera, park assist, adaptive cruise control, and all that will be pretty standard long-range tool as well. So just some stuff here. Just some features: wireless charging, and for those that purchase that performance package, they'll get the Brembo 20-inch wheels and software upgrades. So the performance software upgrades. So they, I don't know, I forgot how much horsepower that brings them up to. And then the Plus package. This is nice. The Harman Kardon stereo. You gotta go with the Harman Kardon stereo. Panoramic glass roof, and I don't really care for the air quality software, but that's just a plus. Definitely get the panoramic sunroof or the glass roof and the stereo for sure. Because the stereo, I mean, you need good sound system. That's one of the things about driving for me, actually. For no additional cost. Sure. So, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on some of the upgrades. I still think the bumper looks a lot slimmer. I'll have to look for older Polestar 2s just to kind of double check or confirm that. But yeah, the main thing is the grill's gone, and I feel like the bumper's a lot slimmer now. So I don't know, it might just be the same though. I thought when we did that Polestar update video, I thought it said the bumper was updated a little bit too, but might just be me thinking stuff. So with that out the way, we talked about rear wheel drive, we talked about horsepower, and you guys can go into some of the details for horsepower and stuff, but really it just makes the Polestar 2 a lot more competitive as far as like Tesla and some of the other, like the Ford Mach-E and stuff. It just becomes a more realistic competition to those guys. And yeah, you guys can go through some of these numbers. It's just too much for me to read out loud and stuff, but I think it's neat, except for the smart grille. But I think it's basically taking some aesthetic and then giving you technology. So I want to say it's a good thing. And then the wheels are kind of dope, but those have been there for a while now. I think that's for the 23 model. So let's talk about the chart, because people want to know where we're headed. Honestly, I think the chart looks bullish still. We've got low here, previous low, and then we're making higher lows basically. But I think the main resistance is obviously $6, and we've been having trouble getting up there. So I would not start being like really bullish until we like reclaim $6. You can see we couldn't really get up there, so we could make another attempt up there, and if we can claim it, then things will definitely get more interesting. We'll be looking at close to 7, and then obviously the big resistance is all the way up here, close to $8.50. So 8.20, I believe, is the big resistance. I think that's where most of the shorts will start to cover for real. From a bearish side, I would just be watching. So I think SPY is like taking a selling off basically right now. So tomorrow I probably honestly expect maybe a retouch of 4 or 550, kind of along this ascending support. And if we break that, then we'll most likely come down and fill that gap. You can see it's been having these fake dumps where it did sell off, but it bounced off of this support. So I think it's probably going to come back down and touch that again, and we might break underneath there. This time, I would think we come down all the way down to about 480, about 4, maybe psychologically 5, but 485 right here. So that's the bear side. And the only other thing I want to say is you kind of are making like lower highs, so I do expect that retouch there. And then maybe if we can bounce off, then we'll come kind of break out back to retest that 6 that I was saying. But we'll kind of see and play it by ear tomorrow. Other than that, I don't really have much else to say on the chart. It's kind of straightforward, I think. The higher lows here and then the lower highs. So definitely is still consolidating. I know we've talked about the pennant here. So we'll see how it reacts near the support. And if it breaks to the upside, then that'll be bullish up to about $6, almost $7. Yep. But I think that's it. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Pretty much wrap up this video. I hope I explained stuff pretty good today. I'm sure you saw the video here. Let's just watch it again. So now that we kind of went through some of the details, here's the smart zone. Field of vision, 45 degrees, 200-mile distant range, I believe. So it can scan up to 200 meters. Is that meters? Meters or miles? I'm not sure, honestly. I would say meters, because miles is like hella long. And then you have the powertrain and mission. So they're just basically highlighting the rear motors that they're basically moving from the front to the back, or they're upgrading. And then you have performance wheels. This is all different, just accessories. Long range single motor. They're basically talking about the improvements to the motor and the torque horsepower. And then of course the range. So 635 kilometers. I know that's for a fact. 595 miles. So that's gonna basically wrap it up for me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please consider subscribing and dropping a like on the video. And if you guys have any questions, leave them on the chat in the comments. I'll try to get to them as soon as I can. But you guys have a great evening. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.